picked up. So here we go again. Ooh, cold. It be cold.
I have returned. Have you?
Yep.
My Ask AI app changed, and now it wants money. It must have been like a trial run app type thing that they were still developing, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna charge for it. I've been using this thing hundreds of times a day for weeks, and it never mentioned money. And today it's just like, you've reached your 3-message daily limit. If you want more, you gotta pay. And I'm like, my 3-message daily limit? I've been sending like 20, 50 messages a day for 2 weeks. How are you just gonna suddenly try to make me pay? Some bullshit. Maybe I was just lucky. Lucky to use it for free for the period I got to use it for free.
Dude, 3 messages a day.
That's not enough. When I think of something interesting, I want to be able to do it. It just caused me to not be able to finish my poem about you. You were just about to make a triumphant comeback and ruled your gaming crew, and you'd be using incontinence as your asset. It would have been amazing. I don't know how it would have turned out, but I was really wanting to know.
Well,
like, would it be like you'd be ruling your gaming crew like, if you don't game, I'll pee on you?
Oh my god.
It would have done it, I know it would, because how else could you use incontinence as your asset? It would have done it. Like, everybody loved gaming with Nikki because every time she laughed, she would pee herself. And everybody knew that that meant it was genuinely funny.
Oh my god.
I just need to harvest some stir bulbs. Where's the stir bulbs at?
Star bambled. Not star bulbs.
You can call them star bulbs if you want to. You know why I say that? Because it's calling them to me right now. It says harvest the star bulbs. So star bulb is just another name for star bramble that what exists within the No Man's Sky world.
Oh, that's cool.
I quit. It's bullshit. Fuck star bramble bullshit.
Star bramble. fucking controller.
The only way I can play VR is to use the double controllers, which is 2 shits and a giggle.
2 shits and a giggle.
Because then the fucking DualShock doesn't just turn off on its own, it's gonna keep being dumb.
It's a big bird.
Have we become friends on here? Oh, we did! Oh wait, but we're not gonna be when I leave and come back. Oh, that's right. Maybe I don't have to leave and come back. Maybe the VR2 can just transcend that is, and I can just turn it on and put it on and it'll be like, alright, now the game just shifts in the VR and doesn't have to turn off and on. Wouldn't that be a novel idea? Is it a reality? No way. Is it plugged in? No. I'll pay for it. Fucking bullshit. Of course, it's like, you're either gonna pay $5 or $10 a week or a month, or you can just pay us like $50 and use it for life. It's like, dude, $50? I sure as fuck don't want no subscription. I'm not.
Come on, don't be dumb. Pay $50 for a stupid app.
Well, unless I can find another one that's free still, it's definitely an app I'd want to be using, but
Jesus
it's not.
Christ.
It's not. Because I've done my research.
That's $50 you could spend on a game.
True, but it is its own game, and it is genuinely cool to be able to write episodes of a show that you like that don't exist using AI. Like, it really does never cease to amaze. But
Good of
I
you.
don't want to pay for it. Don't you dare know what you're doing.
What, yawning because I haven't felt good for the past 3 or 4 days?
Exactly.
The fuck?
What?
This kind of weird warning noise was coming through. I don't see nothing around me. What the hell? Make another. Damn it.
Oh, glop.
So much fucking shit. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, that sucks.
What?
I won't be doing no VR, cause one of the Sense controllers are about dead. And I haven't even used it. Oh well.
Life's a
Don't
bitch.
And then you die, right?
Pretty much. Life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die.
You're lucky to have 2 farts and a wiggle in between.
Life's a bitch and then you die. And then you die. And then you die. You just die.
Alright, I think we've emphasized die.
You die.
Yeah.
You just die.
We'll die. La-da-dee, la-da-da, la-da-da, die! Targeted. How is it already fucking 5 in the morning just about? That's bullshit. We have nothing tonight.
Yeah. We did nothing.
Before I started playing this, I just remember reading stuff. I read stuff. There was stuff I read. Did I learn? I read stuff. I got into a big Reddit story thing. Well, not a Reddit story, but I read all about what happened in Florida with Disney and the government.
What happened?
You know how, like, Walt Disney World in Florida, because it's such a big place and owns so many places around it, and its trademark name is incorporated into so many places around it. It owns so much property that it basically owns an entire district. And the government has always allowed them to have governmental powers. So Disney is basically their own government within their district.
Huh.
Now, that sounds weird, but Disney has always done amazing when it comes to keeping an area clean, keeping the people happy. It's like Disney as government has been good because the people love it. It's like Disney, if somebody needs something to happen and writes to Disney, as opposed to writing to a politician like, please, we don't like seeing this, try to pass a law to help this. It's like Disney actually takes action if somebody writes to them and says, like, please, it's like, people are being mistreated, do something. Disney will not only do something, but Disney will have like a press conference where they directly address the issue, yada yada. So they've proven to be good.
Disney can suck my dick.
Well, so recently Florida's been wanting to take back its district. They're like, no, we're tired of Disney being able to, because I guess, Disney's siding with the LGBTQ community, so that, people should be respected for their differences and all of that. And the government is siding more with the not siding with the LGBTQ, more siding with the let's keep that out of our schools. It's a personal choice. It shouldn't be expounded upon, blah, blah, blah. They're kind of against it. It's like a Democrat versus Republican thing. Like, the Republicans are...
Well, it shouldn't be shoved
Disney.
in our faces. I mean, I ain't got nothing against nothing, but don't shove shit in my face.
But it was fucking interesting. It was fucking interesting. Disney won. Disney always has the best lawyers and stuff, but the government of Florida kind of moved in and they were like, we're going to take our land back and we're going to do what we want with it. So it's like they literally had a council of 5 people hired that were going to move in and like regain the properties and stuff. And Disney went quiet for 2 months because the government announced they were going to do that. This DeSantis guy was like, we're going to do this. and Disney never said a word for 2 months. And eventually, when they did say something, it was just to say, like, checkmate. And it was just like, what? It's like, we already have this agreement that was signed in before you guys were elected into office. We already have this agreement right here that states... Like, I wish I had it on my phone.
I don't care, honestly.
It sounds like something from a Disney movie.
I don't like Disney no more, so I really don't care anymore. Honestly. What's going on with them? I don't think a movie company or theme park people should have their own government, for one. That's fucking retarded. No matter what they do. That's like making an actor president or fucking Trump president. Like, what the fuck? Makes no damn sense.
Well, I guess
they make
Disney's
movies. Like, what the fuck?
I guess Disney takes care of its employees, though. They really listen to the people, so as far as enforcing what seems right, I don't know what evils Disney may have done in the past, but as far as what they do there, the people love them, and...
I just think that's dumb. I want my own government, then. Fuck that.
Everybody's kind of cheering them on, because I guess the DeSantis guy must stand for a lot of fascist. Everybody calls him fascist.
Fascist.
They're like, he's fascist, he's evil, and like they were like, you know, I hate to cheer for Disney, but compared to DeSantis, Disney looks like an angel. Like, let's cheer for Disney. You go, Disney.
Who's DeSantis?
Yeah, one of the government officials there.
Oh.
I don't really know anything about it other than what I read, but it was just so interesting that the clause when Disney was like, you know, 2 months of silence, and it's like, we got you, now we have our land, and Disney is like, well, actually, we already had this agreement that was signed in before you guys got into office that clearly states here that we have control over these lands until the descendants of King James dies. But it was like written so elegantly, like, we have claims to these lands until the last of the descendants of King James III dies, and then it was like said something else in the end. And like, that's the actual thing they have that was signed, and
wow.
the way that law works, that's based on like laws from ancient times or whatever.
There's always a loophole though. So
well, the joke was that now all Florida can do is wipe out King James's descendants. Because I guess the way the law works... Well,
couldn't they get one of the descendants to back out?
No, because it just says until they die. It doesn't say that they dictate it. Because I don't even think...
I mean, if it doesn't say they can't dictate it either, I mean, why couldn't he?
Because the whole purpose of that contract is... Because it explained it. It's like back in old times, you were allowed to make a contract in that way because it wasn't eternal, but it would say for a long time, and a lot of people would do that based on a line of descendants. So, I mean, that line of descendants isn't even related to Walt Disney anyway. He just chose that because it just sounds like something out of a fairy tale. That's what everybody says. Like, wow, it's like they almost had like one of their Disneyers or Disney engineers write that or whatever. Like, we have claim. I can't remember. That's why I wish I had it on my phone, because I read it like 1,000 times, but I can't remember exactly how it was phrased.
Just gives people something to fight about. It's stupid. I don't like them no more because they keep fucking up my cartoons. Like, leave that shit alone.
I haven't seen the new Little Mermaid yet.
You know, people are already going off about the bird, so...
A bird in Little Mermaid?
Fucking, what was his name?
Wasn't it like a seagull or something?
Yeah, the seagull.
wonder what they'd be going off about.
Scuttles, that was his name, Scuttles. Well, considering every time they try to make one of the cartoons into a live-action film, they change all the characters and all the storylines, so, like...
If they did it too similar, though, it would just feel wrong.
No, it wouldn't.
Change it. It's gonna be changed.
No, it wouldn't. I would feel more nostalgic and everything watching The Little Mermaid if they followed the fucking storyline and everything else than switching all the characters up and shit.
So you'd literally rather watch the exact same thing, like
in live action.
Mermaid, yeah, like scene per scene, but just brought to life with better graphics.
Yes. Than to see everything, than to see everything all fucked up, switched around, changed, and everything else. Yes, most definitely, 100%.
Surprised they wouldn't have some form of a rendering engine that would be able to just up-render the graphics to look better. Get in and fly around. Useless. I'm always useless anymore. Oh wait, I see him. I see him. Yay! Okay. So I was like, write a hilarious poem about a girl named Nikki who plays survival games and complains about it, and she is incontinent.
Incontinent? I don't shit myself, I burp.
I know.
What the fuck?
I just wanted to see. I was surprised it didn't say no. Like, I thought it would have said no, but it did it. And it wants to start it like this. It wants to start it like, oh! Almost like it's the SpongeBob song. Like, oh, there once was a girl named Nikki who loved to play survival games quite icky. She'd complain and moan about how hard it's grown, and her teammates would just say tricky. But poor Nikki had a secret to hide. She suffered from incontinence inside. She'd play and she'd pee, and her teammates would flee, leaving Nikki all alone to abide. One day in the middle of a game, Nikki's bladder just couldn't contain. She let out a spray and her teammates did say, "We're out of here, this is just insane." So Nikki was left all alone, in her pee-soaked clothes on her own. She realized then that survival games aren't quite for her again, and she switched to playing games on her phone. But Nikki couldn't shake off the shame of her incontinence and her game. She spiraled down into deep, dark frown, and her life would never be the same. She stopped going out, stopped having fun, afraid that she'd wet herself and run. She stayed inside, and her mind would collide with thoughts of how her life had come undone. One day when Nikki was feeling low, she stumbled upon a video show. It was about survival and how to avoid revival from the dead that walk and crow. Nikki watched with rapt attention and found a sense of intention. She decided to try to survive and not die in a world where death was a daily nature. So Nikki went back to the game, but this time she wasn't the same. She fought and she killed, her enemies thrilled, and Nikki finally found aim. But as she played, she began to see that the game was taking over completely. She lost her grip and reality did slip, and Nikki was lost in the game fully. How Nikki roams the virtual land, a survivor, but not human, grand. She's trapped in the game, and her mind's not the same. She's a warning of the dangers at hand.
Wow.
And then I was like, continue the poem, but involved Nikki making a triumphant comeback, ruling her game crew while using incontinence as her asset. And it said, "Oops, you've reached your daily limit. You can only send 3 messages in a day." And it was getting so good. It was so good. That was such a good story. It was
Was it?
like a pirates banter song. It worked so well, and I wanted to know what was gonna happen. You were gonna rule the gaming crew with your incontinence.
Yay me!
Oh, you know it.
He gave me incontinence.
Nobody stepped out of line. Nikki would shake her behind, and everyone then would be covered by sin, as Nikki left them blind.
Oh my.
I'm not an AI, but I guess I could keep it going. Wish you were just over here to give me everything I need, like my star brambles, you could just hand them to me. And then if I need some other random element, you could just be like, here you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy.
That was epic. I gotta pay 40 bucks or some shit if I want to keep going with that. I don't know if I want to keep going with that because I don't even think that's ChatGPT. That's a different AI that's pretty popular that's something else. Oh, I don't know, $5 a week.
$5 a week.
$40 for lifetime. Save 70%. Field once.
So stupid.
But does that mean, like, I'd save 70% off $40? Or $40 is saving 70%, and normally I would have to pay like $100 million.
I don't know.
Chickens are girls, right?
Yeah.
And roosters are boys.
Yeah.
What if, like, a chicken wanted to be a rooster?
I don't know.
What if it wanted it bad enough to take hormones?
A fucking chicken?
What if it wanted to court the ladies, and it wanted it bad enough to take hormones? And then let's say chicken has wealthy parents and decides that chicken wants to get surgery so that it can indeed not only have a cock, but become a cock.
So fucking weird, dude.
Yes, yes, but the pun has been made. So the chicken did indeed get the cock attached, and therefore became a cock. Because a chicken with no cock.
Have you watched the newest South Park yet?
The newest one had to deal, well, the newer one, the last one I saw had to deal with the Chat APT thing.
No, the one I just watched earlier had to deal with the way the young are working nowadays, and how they use different excuses to get out of a day of work and shit. It was funny.
They used what as a day to get out of work?
Like a mental health day or whatever, or something stupid that young people nowadays, this generation, are using for excuses to not go to work.
Well, we all need our mental health days. I don't think I saw that one. It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, they're saying it's getting out of hand, basically. You know South Park.
You saw the Chat APT episode, didn't you?
Yeah.
How many episodes have came out since then? Because I think
There's
that was
5.
the last one I saw. 5 new ones?
No, just the one I just mentioned. 5 episodes altogether.
Well, how many new ones came out after APT?
Just the one. That's why I said it's 5.
So there's one new one after Chat APT?
Yes.
And that's the one you just mentioned then?
Yup.
Yeah, I thought there would have been 2 new ones by now. Shit goes so slow. I wonder if voice of Rick and Morty will get rehired or whatnot since his case was thrown out.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like, who's the other guy, Johnny Depp? It's not like Johnny Depp got rehired anywhere, but they flipped it. It was more just like he wouldn't work for them because they fired him to begin with. But, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just like, oh, if the network sees you put on trial for something, they have to part ways with you regardless of how the trial goes. But does he get rehired? He's the voice. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
I think it would be funny if he continued the show separately, and then the Adult Swim Rick and Morty would no longer be the real Rick and Morty, but instead he would have his own version of it that he would continue.
It's a slow night tonight.
Voice.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect plot. That could happen. And then that could even go into the plot of his Rick and Morty, where it'd be like, yeah, that other Rick and Morty's not really us, it's just us in an alternate dimension. We're the 2 Rick and Mortys, so I mean, watch that shit if you want. But we'll definitely be more interesting than that shit. And then they would be competing with themselves to do a better plot. Sucks to think that he probably doesn't even own the rights to his own show. His show! Owned by the network. Rick and Morty are owned by the network. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. Rick and Morty are the same person. Now they're going to be recast as 2 different people. What? What are you trying to say to me?
Kinda sucks. Like, I can't picture them having any different voices.
Well, they're going to have some different voices. It's going to be a reality. And we're just going to have to get used to it and suck it up. Maybe it'll make their rapid conversation dialogue where they argue a little more fluid when it's not the same person arguing with themselves. Ew. Rick's gonna sound like fucking like Rick from The Walking Dead.
Oh god.
Like, hello, I am the new Rick. Get used to my voice. I am. Haha, Morty, let's go. And Morty's gonna be like, played by a girl or something. Like, I am ready to go. Sheesh, Rick, are you ready? I am ready, Morty. Alright. Gee whiz. There was once a Rick and Morty, but now it will surely be destroyed, and I'm annoyed. It wasn't always written poorly, but now I am quite sorely that Josh Rollins fired. That's so uninspired.
Oh, there goes a wormy over my head. Hello, wormy.
Wormy. I'm just after the star brambles. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You break a star bramble, you get the star bramble, you fuck the star bramble, and fuck and get that bramble. Shove your pockets full of bramble, and you turn yourself and bramble. That's what it's all up. Bramble. It's big. Give me that bram. Need them hazmat gauntlets? Oh, slap me in the face. Slap me in the face right now. I better be able to craft them some bitches. I better be able to craft them right now. I better have it in my inventory. That's what I better have.
That's pyrite. Damn it.
Better have been given to me. Better have been given to me. I better check. I better be able to check my shit, and it's in my shit. Better be there. Oh my god. My hazmat gauntlets given to me, Nick.
Oh, yeah. You can buy some, though. I bought mine because it was going to be a minute before I got my gauntlets.
How do you get your gauntlets? What? I need the gauntlets to get the
Read the expedition thing.
Ah! You get gauntlet. Oh. Oi. God. How does it craft? Install that dog. I just need sodium nitrate. That ain't that bad. Where's it go? I don't see the technology I just installed. Oh, it's because I'm outside of these places. Oh, yeah. Let me go on downstairs so I can... Yeah. Alright. I don't know which way's home. Yeah. Summon a vehicle. Yeah. Alright, let me go back. I'm probably a whole tier of things behind you now, damn it. You're probably way ahead of me. No, don't make me refuel it. Come on. Gone through enough trouble.
Oh, shit. Hello, worm. That one was close up. That's cool. ferrite. Oh.
It's pure. You gotta make sure it's pure.
Uh-huh.
Sniff a little bit of it. Make sure it's pure ferrite.
I'm sniffing shit.
Well, no, nobody's trying to get you to sniff. Yawning is prohibited in this space. And there's that triple sunrise going on over there, and the planet is perfectly, like, on the horizon to where the triple sunrise is happening through the rings of the planet. So, I mean, that's the sight there. It's a picturesque sight there.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nah, I fucked up the screenshot. Like, you could have the AI write dark twists to all the Christmas songs. That'd be funny. Here's one Santa Claus, here's one Santa Claus going to eat the children. Krampus and the
Man. Almost have enough.
Well, I had that, but on no sodium nitrate. So I'm just gonna slit my wrist now. No, wait, I might be able to make it.
Just take sodium and put it in the refiner.
Yeah, I got something in the refiner. Oh, I got in the refiner. Oh, I got that pure ferret. Well.
Alright, on to the placing of 15 fucking pieces. Yippee.
Yeah, I'm getting some sodium nitrate now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have them hazmat guns installed sometime next week.
Another wormy. Jeez.
Maybe you need a dewormer.
15 fucking pieces.
Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum.
Like, I don't give a shit. Maybe that should be a window. Shit.
But
I don't even care. Just whatever. What the fuck? Okay. Yay.
I guess what I read was had just happened 8 hours ago too. Because before that, everybody thought that the governor had the upper hand because he had passed laws and everything that was supposed to have given him the upper hand. But then Disney sidestepped them like, yeah, your laws aren't enforceable because we already have claim of the land.
Item received.
It's like Disney went Game of Thrones on their ass. Studio went so far as to bring in real-life royalty into its plan, with the clause that declares the agreement valid until 21 years after the death of the last survivor of the descendants of King Charles III, King of England. In lay terms, the board would have to wait out the lifespan of King Charles, his son William and Harry, 5 grandchildren, and any other progeny, and then wait 21 years for the agreement to expire. Is the royal family bloodline Disney's bizarre way of nodding to the Magic Kingdom and its lucrative Disney princesses? Maybe.
What are you doing besides reading stuff on the internet? Are you even doing the expedition?
Yes, I am doing the expedition. My. Are you doing the expedition?
Yeah, I just finished 3 tasks.
I'm sorry I'm not as productive as you are, but there's Disney stuff going on, and people have to do stuff like eat and stuff or they die. So kinda stuck momentarily with that plight.
I'll be leaving here soon, so...
Well, how dare you?
Yeah, this ain't feel good.
You gotta feel good.
I'm feeling better this morning than I did last couple days, though.
Well, feel better tomorrow night than you did today.
I know one thing, I feel hungry as hell. If I'm not eating much.
Well, one of these days soon, you'll be eating.
And hopefully I can eat good today. Without hurting myself with my mouth or anything. It doesn't feel too bad today, like I'm saying, but... I just feel drained. I hate it. Even though I slept pretty much for 2 days almost, you just feel drained, like your body really didn't sleep. You're just sick.
Yeah, I could see that.
And getting warm, oh my god, Brian. I don't know if it was because of the infection or what, but just shiver, 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 shiver. I could not get fucking warm. I sat in the hottest room in the house, and I was sitting here freezing to death. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that would suck.
I almost went to the ER, honestly. Like, what the hell? It was getting kind of scary. Like, what the fuck?
I try to, like, bundle down with clothes and stuff if I ever feel like that. It's just like, is it circulation or what?
Yeah, Mom poked her head and looked at me and here on the couch. I'm like, got myself, like, my knees up to my chest and holding my controller in front of it, like pretty much just shivering. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I can't get warm." Blankets on me and everything. She's like, "You wouldn't just go to the ER?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna just go to bed." I think that was yesterday. Could not get warm for nothing. I'm trying to play Sims. Face hurt. It just wasn't good. Not a good couple days. I was like, holy fuck.
Well, hopefully you'll have a better couple days.
Yeah, hopefully.
Get in there and get that tooth taken care of, or whatever the issue is.
Now I gotta find a whole new fucking doctor, because they quit taking my fucking insurance. And it's the people that did my top teeth. I love the way my top teeth are. Like, I was... Now I gotta find all new people. All new people.
Well, as long as they do a good job.
People here around Dayton don't do shit. Gotta find me one in Kettering. Units received.
I ain't received no unit.
Do stuff that makes money.
I don't know how to work. I don't want to get a job.
Now they want me to prepare Sirapi Viscera. It's another food. Huh.
Another food.
I got 3 more to do and I'm done with phase 4. Yep.
I haven't even started phase 4.
I'll probably save those for tomorrow. You need to get caught up, man. You get on here and you chit-chat.
I got interesting stuff to say. Sometimes.
Or you eat. It's like, didn't you eat before you get on? And now you're behind. Now you're behind.
I was trying to hold out on eating, but I couldn't hold out any longer.
This wasn't a very interesting stream tonight. Sorry, y'all. I've just been sick. My funny bone hasn't kicked back in yet.
What do you mean? We had the Nicki song.
Oh.
That Nicki song was top dollar entertainment. I was impressed.
I'm glad you was.
Your incontinence reigned supreme.
In my stream. Hopefully tomorrow night, y'all, I'll be more myself. I did get this done, though. This is cool.
And then tomorrow comes and you're someone else.
God. I hope I'm rich. Whoever I am.
Even poorer.
Oh, God. I can't take any more poorer than what I already am.
From Ethiopia.
That's not good, man.